All right, it's 4:45 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we are live on Grease Monkey Videos. Thank you for joining. We're going to be talking about NASA today because NASA, a government agency, absolutely will not, because they cannot lie to you. And remember that. Anything they tell you is the truth. You can take it to the bank, a central bank, a local bank, whatever bank you want to take it to. If NASA writes the check, they're good for it. I want to get that up front, guys. And we're going to watch CNN, and this happened yesterday. We're going to watch CNN display what happened yesterday when NASA, and it's a miracle, guys. It's a miracle what happened. They say they crashed a refrigerator-sized spaceship into a Great Pyramid-sized asteroid 10 million miles away, going almost 20,000, like 16, 18,000 miles per hour, give or take. It was 4 miles per second, and they've got the video to prove it. Again, they would never lie. This is Aaron Burnett. This is the Counterfeit News Network, the Con News Network, the Comic News Network covering this event. But the thing that's disturbing to me is that when you look under this video, first of all, the like versus dislike ratio is to the moon. 22,000 likes, 22,346 likes to 822 dislikes. So people love this. They're eating this up. But the most alarming thing is not that CNN promotes it. It's not that NASA is promoting it and grandstanding it as they're going to be the planetary protectors in case some asteroid enters our atmosphere. And now we can turn to NASA and go, what do we do? What are you guys going to do? How much money do you need? It's the lemmings who believe the magic. Do you believe in magic? In a young girl's eyes? And the answer is yes, they do believe in the magic. Very impressive. I can't imagine the sheer amount of calculations and problem solving they had to overcome to hit a moving object in space. Wow. Congratulations to everyone involved in that project. That's how easy it was. They didn't even have to spend additional money on good CGI or any kind of graphics. It looked like they hired a 12-year-old gamer, and it looked like something that came off of, I don't even know the names of any of these games. So, name some game, Minecraft. It looked like it had the graphics, not as good a graphics as Minecraft, but it was pretty close. What stuns me is the precision of the object they slam into the asteroid. It's hard to get this type of precision in orbit. Great job, guys. It's not unbelievable. It's amazing. Absolutely beautiful. The perfection and technology that these folks achieved is amazing. Congratulations to all who spent so much time for this to take place. And again, believe it all, because it really happened. Mainstream media tells you it's happening. That's a reliable, trusted source. If it wasn't, social media oligarchs wouldn't call CNN, the CNNs of the world, the MSLSDs, a top-shelf authoritative source. And of course, a government agency, NASA, tells you it happened. So obviously it did, because they wouldn't lie to us. Gulf of Tonkin resolution, right? I worked on this mission. It was a Falcon 9 out of California that brought this to orbit. Thank you to the amazing team of techs that made this possible. People really don't understand just how big this event is. Perhaps even bigger than the moon landing. Wink, wink. Absolutely bigger than, are you kidding me? 10 million miles away? Guys, you can go under a bridge and lose cell phone signal, but they did not lose signal 10 million miles an hour away, going 16,000 miles per hour. As tests like this could literally save our species. Amazing footage. And this is the wiring. Here's the wiring right here. Here's the programming. Here's the sweet pill of propaganda that people are all too willing to swallow and regurgitate. What would be even cooler is next time NASA had a detachable camera with its transmitter that would move away from the spacecraft to an angle where it could take the video in real time of the actual impact and how the debris spreads and any reaction of the main body, if there is one. This one says, love it. If mankind would come together and try to achieve solutions to the problems that plague our planet, imagine what we could do. Incredible what human intelligence can do. Absolutely incredible. Love the work NASA has been doing over the years. The future of humans, I believe, will be dramatically changed for the better due to the tech and engineering that NASA does and will be doing. Now, because we're live right here, this is going to be a little bit interactive. So you tell me, how much does NASA make from the fleecing the American tax cattle every single day? Not every year. How much does NASA make from the American tax cattle every single 24-hour period? How in the world can they target such a small object so precisely? Incredible. This is why the world needs NASA. What an amazing accomplishment. The world needs NASA. What would we do without them? I can't believe we can see what asteroid really looks like in this lifetime. It's a proud moment. Congratulations. Thanks to everyone at NASA. One small step for man, one giant leap for asteroid collision avoidance systems. Love how precise it was. Wondering why they didn't attach a detachable camera as well. Very awesome. This is just great examples of why the government space programs are necessary. Necessity is the plea for every infringement of human freedoms. It's the argument of tyrants. It's the creed of slaves. So if Alex guessed $65 million a day, millions of tax dollars says today's KGB, 65 million says Michael Lyon. Well, I've been given the wrong number. I've been saying 60.1 million. So I looked it up and I looked at what the funding was for fiscal year 2021. And NASA recently in 2021 got a 12% increase, which put their budget, NASA's yearly budget, to $25.2 billion. If you divide that by 365 days, it's $69.04 million a day. $69 million every single day. And then they put out this stuff right here. We're going to go over what Aaron Burnett and the Communist News Network says because we want to make a point here. Remember, you can trust the Counterfeit News Network. They would never lie to you, neither would NASA. Let's listen.
We are monitoring a live situation right now. It's actually a major collision in space, so let me tell you about it. This is a live image on your screen. NASA is about to intentionally crash a spacecraft into an asteroid, and they're going to do it right here on live television. And when literally we're in the last minute. The asteroid named Dimorphos you're looking at on your screen. The spacecraft is NASA's Double Asteroid Redirection Test Spacecraft. That's a lot. Call it DART. Now, Dimorphos poses no threat to Earth tonight, but the goal for NASA is to see if they can push the asteroid off course. So it's something they could do in the future to prevent Earth from Armageddon. It is the first time NASA is attempting a test like this.
Do you hear that?
So it's something they could do in the future to prevent Earth from Armageddon.
To prevent Earth from Armageddon. That's going to be NASA's job. And maybe that's what they're trying to sell us on. And maybe, I'm not saying this is, but it could be. Let's live in an alternate reality for a second. Could this be propaganda? Could mainstream media be acting as a propaganda arm, just like they do for the military industrial complex, like they do for the big farm guy industrial complex? Could this be for the space age industrial complex? Because propaganda is meant to sell people on an idea. And when people absorb that idea and start parroting the idea, and then everybody's spreading this idea, what starts flowing typically? What should you follow? Let's follow the money. Let's follow the money trail. Where does this lead? Are people incentivized to put things like this out on a continual basis? Is CNN or the corporate media, legacy media sites, are they incentivized to put this kind of stuff out? Do they work hand in hand? And if they do, is this for the American people? Is this for the people of the world, or is it against the people of the world?
It is the first time NASA is attempting a test like this. So
CNN, NASA, save us from Armageddon.
Let's go straight to Kristen Fisher at Johns Hopkins Applied Physics Lab. She's in Maryland, where Mission Control is. Colonel Layton also
$380 million for 280p resolution. Seems legit, says Wyatt Earp.
Is with me because he's worked closely with NASA and has a good understanding here of this situation. So, Kristen, we've got this live image on the screen. You're there in the control room. This is a first, an unprecedented event. Tell us what we're looking at.
She's so excited.
Well, Aaron, we are now exactly 2 minutes and 58 seconds to impact. And what you're seeing right now on your screen is all live images from a camera that is mounted on the DART spacecraft. And for a mission this complicated and consequential, what's about to happen is actually quite simple. NASA is going to take this multi-million-dollar spacecraft and just slam it into an asteroid.
Because it's not their money, right? A multi-million-dollar spacecraft that was paid for, it didn't come out of our pockets, it came out of your pocket. Isn't it so easy to just blow other people's money? Save us from Armageddon.
Not the asteroid, the biggest one right in front of you on your screen. That big asteroid at the center of your screen, just to the left, that is Didymos. That is what the DART spacecraft has been targeting for the better part of 10 months
That one right
while
there.
it's been in space.
Didymos.
Its target is that smaller asteroid, Dimorphos. And so this spacecraft
A
is
2007 front-facing Nokia phone had better resolution than this, guys.
traveling at a speed of 4 miles per second, not per hour, 4 miles per second. That's about 14,000 miles per hour. And Aaron, it is going to, in 2 minutes, slam into that smaller asteroid on the right, Dimorphos. You're going to watch as it fills your screen. And then when it hits, it's just going to go black. Complete loss of signal. One of the only times that you're going to see a NASA mission control room hopefully cheer at the
Philo Bobcat wants his money back from NASA. I got ripped off.
destruction of a spacecraft and the loss of signal, Aaron.
Right. To have something go to black, the last thing you would want on any ordinary mission, but this is no ordinary mission, Colonel. So, Kristen explaining, so we're looking at the smaller dot there. That is Dimorphos. I guess these two asteroids sort of go together. Dimorphos is the one it's going to slam into. It's about the size, I understand, Colonel, of Egypt's Great Pyramid. The spacecraft is equivalent to the size of a refrigerator, and you're in the vast vacuum of space here.
Guys, people are believing this. And that's what it takes. This is actually what it takes. It takes belief. And you shouldn't disbelieve NASA. You shouldn't disbelieve Erin Burnett. She's a teleprompter reading corporate media sellout, but you should believe every word that she says because she's here for you. She wants to give you the truth, the facts, and nothing but the truth and facts.
How is NASA, I mean, how amazing is it that NASA could pull this off?
Well, this is incredibly amazing. This is really the first time, Aaron, that we are using things that we've talked about in science fiction, things that we see in movies and in the TV series that is really designed to protect the environment and the planet itself.
It's really designed to protect the Earth and the environment. I mean, from Armageddon.
You go back to the time of the dinosaurs, and the theory is that the dinosaurs were made extinct because of an asteroid or a series of asteroids hitting the Earth.
Well, by golly, that's not going to happen again, Aaron. Not on our watch. No, NASA's got this. We got your back.
There was a case in Russia in the early, late 19th century, early 20th century, where we actually had an asteroid hit Siberia that resulted in a lot of destruction of territory there, luckily not very populated territory.
And if you don't want that destruction to wreak havoc on the planet again, and perhaps in a highly populated area, then you will get down on your knees and you will beg Congress, Aaron. You will beg Congress to shovel more money in the direction of NASA because $69 million a day is not enough, Aaron. Do you hear me? Am I coming through loud and clear? So I want you to tell the folks on your airwaves how important we are. We are literally going to save the planet, Aaron.
But still, the danger is definitely there. And it's something that, even though the probability is low, it's one of those low probability, high impact things that could happen. So with this experiment, we're looking at NASA potentially being able to protect.
Like Aaron, you remember when we were somehow our ancestors were able to climb out of the primordial soup mixture and take a look around, and there were dinosaurs and everything. Well, when they looked around to the east, they saw this asteroid coming, and then completely everything really went topsy-turvy. We're going to keep that from happening again, Aaron. You're not going to be a dinosaur fossil. You're not going to be found 6,000 feet under the earth, and they're going to, scoop you up like a big soup spoonful of oil.
Our planet from asteroids of the future.
And we're watching here as the spacecraft DART approaches Dimorphos. You can see it getting closer and closer. We're here just in the final few seconds.
You can see it getting
14,000 miles an hour is what you're watching. The camera that we're watching is traveling 14,000 miles an hour on DART, the spacecraft, the refrigerator-sized spacecraft that's going to slam into Dimorphos here. We're just literally a few seconds away. So I understand, Kristen, as it gets closer, we're just going to see it get closer and closer, and then literally, I kind of hear a lot of talking behind you. We're going to just see an explosion, then it go to black.
That's right, Aaron. It's going to happen any second now, and we're going to see big cheers go up.
Aaron, can't talk to you right now. Got a historical event going on. Gotta put my eyes on the camera. You won't see this anywhere else. This is original footage, 14,000 mile per hour refrigerator about to hit the Great Pyramid 10 million miles away.
In the mission control, which is right
excited.
here.
Yeah.
You just got some other folks here cheering.
So
but
excited.
This is it, the moment.
So exciting.
Dart hitting the Dimorphos asteroid. Right now, wow, look at the detail
Look
that
at
you
the
can
detail.
It is amazing. It looks like a
Wow.
see. So those are rocks on the surface.
It looks
of
better, Aaron. Better than the Death Star in the 1977 episode of Star Wars. Better than the Death Star, Aaron. And what is this thing right here? Like, look, you got, like, what is this right here? Looks like, I don't know what size that would be right there, but you got light side, you got darkness, but then you got this thing jutting out well into the darkness. What is that? Why doesn't Aaron ask that question? Isn't she a journalist? Doesn't she want to unearth the truth? What is it? By the way, while we're looking at this historic event, what the heck is that protruding out from the dark side of this little asteroid here?
Dimorphos of some kind. Big cheers going
That's Charlie's hand. Charlie, get your hand out of the way. Charlie.
up here inside the Johns Hopkins Applied Physics Laboratory. Aaron, you just think about how much time and energy the people in this room have how much time and effort they put into this being a success. And there, I think you can see the crowd cheering down in mission control. Probably the only time that you're going to cheer for a loss of a spacecraft, Aaron.
And we have impact entirely for humanity in the name
I'm so
of
excited.
planetary
Oh, look how
defense.
happy they are.
in the name of planetary defense. And now pretty amazing to see it.
We all get raises, Billy. We all get raises, Sue. This is awesome.
I mean, this sounds like the
Oh, Johns Hopkins. Nothing to see here. Johns Hopkins. Johns Hopkins is a part of it. So, there's another layer of truth. There's another element. So you got Johns Hopkins in on this because they're always going to tell you the truth. NASA's definitely, they can't lie. And Aaron Burnett and CNN, come on. This is top shelf, guys. They're really treating us to basically, this is like a truth sandwich. Enjoy.
obviously
Enjoy.
celebration in that room. I mean, talk about threading a needle, Kristen. I mean, you just said, you're talking about that they just sent from Earth an object the size of a refrigerator into an object the size of the Great Pyramid in the middle of space at 14,000 miles an hour, and they hit it.
It almost seems impossible. It almost seems unbelievable. And if I wasn't reporting on it and you didn't see it on CNN and NASA wasn't telling us about it and displaying the imagery, I wouldn't believe it. But because you've presented all these facts, I'm a believer. I'm a believer, wouldn't leave her if I tried.
It's unbelievable. So now, Aaron, the next big challenge. NASA has completed its first big objective. They've proven that they can do this. They've proven that they can take this spacecraft and slam it into an asteroid. Now the big question is, were they able to successfully move this asteroid off its current
Yeah, power off quotes Elon Musk. You can tell it's real because it looks so fake.
orbit? They're not trying to move it by a lot. This asteroid.
Virgil says, I can't believe how stupid they think we are. Well, actually, Virgil, people, I mean, look at the comment section. It's positive comment. I didn't even see any negative comment. This is awesome. Anytime you can hit a relatively small target with a mechanical object that far away, you're doing something right. Bravo. It's like no evidence is required for any of these people. Gosh, you got to love the astronomers that fought for this. Hitting it is one thing, moving one enough, particularly if this is much bigger, much larger, is another. Remember, we can only see a very small fraction of the existence. How are they filming it up there? Who's controlling the camera? That's wild stuff. There's just a bunch of believers completely on board with what's being propagated here. And why wouldn't you be? They've never, I mean, they don't use cables in space, and there are pockets of gravity, of course, you know, and their green screen little glitches here and there, and things go wrong. But for the most part, they've pretty much been honest with us, NASA has.
Is not going to blow into a million pieces like you saw in Armageddon. All they're trying to do, Aaron, is move it just slightly off its orbit.
There are literally human beings on this planet that are buying this hook, line, and sinker, guys. They really don't understand why you would question what a government agency and mainstream media is telling you. They're really on this planet breathing the air that we're breathing.
So that if this were to happen in the future, where there were an asteroid that was potentially going to wipe out all of life as
Awesome Town Matt, when you say pretty sure that they're instantly deleting negative comments, I posted a few and they were instantly missing. That could be. That could be. That could be. Matter of fact, you know what we should do? Here, I'll give you the link. I'll give you the link to this CNN video. Here's the link down here in the Grease Monkey Videos chat room. Somebody was saying on my last chat that there's no ability to do a super chat on these chats. Is that true? I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. But by the way, don't send me a super chat. Send me a Cash App or whatever. It sidesteps the 30% YT tax. Okay. Let me just put. I just put, I believe everything NASA and CNN says. I'm smart like that. So I put a comment right there. So here is the live chat is turned off. Live chat? Wait, then how did you just chat if the live chat is turned off, Whiter? Plus NASA has comments disabled. Wondered why. Oh, on their NASA site? Yeah, because this is on the CNN site. Yeah, YouTube takes 30%. Somebody told me 50%, but then I looked it up. It's 30%. That's pretty usurious. So yeah, if you want to donate, by the way, if you want to donate to this channel, just hit the like button and share this video with everybody you can. I'm just trying to combat the algorithm. If you want to, grab a shirt or, buy me a coffee or subscribe to our Cash App, feel free to do that. I really appreciate that, guys. But as far as the super chats, don't even bother. It's so crazy to give 30% away. So what I'll do is I'll sort by newest comments first, and then we'll look at some of your comments. 2 minutes ago, this is breaks. You would think they would have had a mini ship with the camera dislodged off the spacecraft. Okay, that's not one of us. 3 minutes ago, I feel silly. I actually thought this would be fake, but here it is, actually happening in front of my eyes on CNN. Is that one of you guys? That's hilarious. Is that a spoof? Your comment is not showing up, Brian? Really? Oh, that would be interesting, guys. We have 265 people in here. Let's see if here, I'm going to refresh this page. Okay, so we have 1,643,000 views. 1,643,000. And now we have 1 million. Okay, so it gained by like 25,000. I'm going to sort by newest first. I'll probably be able to see mine, but I won't be able to see yours. Hey, that's weird. How did I leave a comment as High Impact Flicks when I'm logged into my Grease Monkey Videos channel? How can that be? That's weird. I don't know how I was able to do that. Neither would 69 million a day. CNN would never steer us wrong. Neither would 69 million a day. NASA. Okay, so let me refresh and see if your guys is. Thanks, News. Hey, what's up, News Now Ninja? Thank you for doing that, man. Thanks for dropping that Cash App link. Newest first. Okay, so there's mine. Pamela says, we need to be careful as we do not even know if this is a source of life that we're disrupting. Man is ignorant of so many things. Nacho Mama says, hilarious. Amplified Truth says, only fools and indoctrinated sheep believe this crap. That's you guys. You guys are weighing in. This is great. We're doing this live. Now do the same test with Putin. He is a danger to humanity just as an asteroid. Really? So Volodymyr Zelensky isn't. I'm not giving any. I don't back Putin or any of this nonsense that's going on. I just know that we don't really know what's actually going on. Oh my God, I can't believe people are still falling for this. LMAO, don't look up. That's from Melissa Crocker. Jerry says, yet we haven't been able to put a man on a moon because we lost the technology. And I think it's beyond that we lost the technology. Didn't he say we threw away the technology? It's Don Pettit. Let's see if we can find Don Pettit. Don, I'd return to the moon in a nanosecond. Go back to the moon. Let's see what he says again. I think it was.
I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond. The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore. We used to, but we destroyed that technology.
Okay, so he doesn't say we lost the technology. He's saying this is an astronaut. This from NASA, Don Pettit. He is saying, I would go back to the moon in a nanosecond, but the problem is we don't have that technology anymore. And he said, we used to, but we destroyed that technology. They didn't, it's not a matter of they were careless and they lost it. It sounds like it's a matter of they went out of their way to get rid of it. Why would you do that? Why would you, wait a second. You're telling me the taxpayers paid millions upon millions, billions of dollars so that you could acquire the technology that put man on the moon, and you turned around and you destroyed all that stuff that we paid for? What actually gives you the right to do that? So it's not even so much that they lost it and were neglectful and it got, taped over, or somebody accidentally threw it in a trash bin because they were cleaning out the back room of NASA one day. It's that they went and they took it off the shelf, according to Don Pettit, and they destroyed it. Let's listen to that again. That's what he said.
I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond. The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore. We used to, but we destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back again. But
Painful.
Going to Mars should be one of the next.
Can't go back to the moon, says Pettit. We don't have the technology to do that, but we can send a space probe 10 million miles away, a refrigerator-sized space probe, 14,000 miles per hour, 10 million miles away, and hit a Great Pyramid-sized object with pinpoint precision. I like what Mark said. What did he say? He said, they taped over it like when I taped over my brother's confirmation to record the Bears game. That's hilarious, man. The studio tapes were destroyed, and there was and is no, quote, technology, says Ryan. It's a painful process to get it back. Painful. We could do it back in the 60s, guys, but we cannot do it in the 2020s. We can't do it in the 2020s. In the 60s, that was different. It was a different set of circumstances, and we had different technology back then. Now it's just going to be way too painful to be able to. Guys, if it was true that that technology exists, then why wouldn't you just plug it into a supercomputer and have some AI retrieve it? They could probably do it in less than 5 minutes. All the calculations that it took to actually go there and slingshot back from the moon, and all the stuff that they try to feed down our throats. Let's see if this was a video that I did the other day on Grease Monkey Videos about this guy openly mocking every single American by saying, yeah, one of the things that will never go away is Marbury versus Madison from 1803. If you missed that, you should take a look at it. I also did an in-depth, detailed video dealing with Marbury versus Madison, and that it doesn't actually mean what the final judgment actually said, that anything that's contrary to the Constitution is null and void. That sounds good, but that's not how the Supreme Court reads it. And I'll just leave it at that. What I might do is I might re-upload that. If you guys are interested in me re-uploading the 1803 case of Marbury versus Madison on this channel, put a 1 in the room, and then I'll probably try to get it done in the next couple days. So let's see. Is this thing done? Were they done? Were they done, Gavin?
Able to show.
Let's see.
Successfully completed that objective. They do it by using ground-based telescopes that can actually see the orbit of that asteroid, see if they were able to push it off course. But tonight, I mean, you see these celebrations going on in Mission Control.
Tonight
Just,
we celebrate
a big moment for this team,
with
proving
Bill Nye, the
that
science
NASA's
guy.
First planetary defense test mission.
You'll see Bill Nye
is
here
at
in a
least
second.
50% a big success.
Bill Nye
And Colonel, just to be clear here, if you
circulating
had an
around the
asteroid
room
about
taking
5 times
selfies. Look
bigger
at this
than
guy's
one,
hairdo.
it
Mo.
could destroy
Hey, Mo.
civilization as we
Oh,
know
you
it,
wise
right?
guy.
I mean, so
You
what's
wise
at stake
guy.
here
It's
is
Shemp.
incredibly serious.
Guys, I did not know Shemp was still alive.
This works, right, in terms of preserving civilization.
Absolutely, Aaron. And the key thing here to remember is that these types of asteroids, can come in various sizes. They can pose various types of threats to the planet. And by doing this test, what NASA has been able to do is they've been able to show, as we've seen just just tonight, they've been able to show that they can actually do something that potentially can alter the track, as Kristen was mentioning, the orbit of these asteroids. And if they can do that,
Look
if they
into
get the
my
angles
eyes.
right, if they get everything in to make it work, that could potentially save life as we know it.
That could potentially, and there's the setup, guys. There's the setup. There you go. It could potentially, what NASA just did is extremely important, because that right there puts us on a collision course, no pun intended, to save life as we know it. That's NASA. Putting themselves in the position of savior of the world, literally savior of the world, guys. And don't think for a second that you're not going to start seeing stuff about, the asteroids just coming out of the woodwork, heading for Earth. That's a big size one. We should probably be concerned about that one. That one's going to hit us in about 12 months. And if we don't allocate additional funding for NASA, all hope is lost. And you can see people are so easy to trick. They're so gullible. They will believe it, and they will be like, here, take 75% of my income. I don't really need that much. Just save our lives, whatever you do. People wonder why Benjamin Franklin said, if you give up a little essential liberty for politically promised security, and that's what this is going to be. That's how it's going to be framed. You want a safe Earth, right? You want us to clean up the environment so you're not breathing bad air and drinking poisonous water, right? Well, you got to shovel boatloads of money to the politicians. Same with all these asteroids. You want us to save the planet, right? Well, it's going to take some money, man. That's, no, we don't have a money tree in our backyard. You are our money tree, Americans. We're going to shake you down. Nothing to see here.
And good for them to have a victory after all these delays that have been happening on Artemis. All right, thank you both very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's not Area 51. It's Studio 51, exactly. Studio 51. Let me refresh this page and see if any of you guys weighed in on the comment section. I'll hit newest first. Okay, so it's gained almost another 10,000 views on this. Ridiculous how many views CNN gets. CNN, you guys are liking my CNN will never steer us wrong. ABI News says, very impressive. Can't imagine the sheer amount of calculations and problem solving. Wait a second. We've read that before under a different guy. Oh, wait, that was 12 hours ago. Okay, wait. Let's go to newest first. Newest first. Let's hope it doesn't alter its course toward us. Yeah, and if they actually did do that, that would be just like government. Stand back. I am here to save the day. 9 most terrifying words in the English language. I'm from the government and I'm here to help. We're going to send something up in space. And then the very thing that they do actually puts us in jeopardy instead of saves us from danger. NASA doesn't fake anything. I trust NASA and CNN for all my news. There's nothing strange about this footage. It looks so real, says, was that Norumbega? Yes, this is an amazing feat. However, I just say that if an asteroid is to hit the Earth, just let it hit us. We've already screwed up the world more than enough. It's literally a sign from the universe that it's about time to end it all. The last, guys, with the parasitic politicians in Washington's District of Criminals, are the last of our problems is an asteroid. It's almost like, okay, go ahead. We got Drag Queen Story Hour in libraries across the nation. Bring the asteroid. We're ready. We're ready. We have school systems actually offering as a protected class all these people who want to do weird stuff that you can't talk about on certain platforms. You get censored. Play the outro music in space. Be like, why did you say we encountered the Borg? That would be messed up. More fake news. If y'all believe this BS, you really need some mental help. To think no more than 100 years ago, no one would have imagined doing this. One thing that always impresses me is how much humanity has advanced even in the last few decades. Why do asteroids look so small if it's the size of a pyramid? Oh my God. Oh, cheap CGI, says Darius Breed. Wow, so believable from a trusted source like CNN and the government. Okay, guys, thanks for participating. I appreciate you guys hanging with me. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to this channel. Hit the bell notification icon. Give it a thumbs up. Share it with everybody you know. And don't forget to subscribe to my private email list through my website, highimpactflix.com. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe to my Here's the Deal channel. Here's the Deal is my police accountability channel. We'll just go to that real quick. It's my police accountability channel where we basically hold public servants accountable for their actions. Let me just give you the last live stream that I just did, because these 47 cops got stripped of their firearms and their ability to arrest people. Just take a look at that. A lot of people on my High Impact Flicks and my Grease Monkey video channel do not know that I have a Here's the Deal channel. So I'd really appreciate it if you go over there and subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, maybe peruse around, look at the most popular videos, see if you can get something out of it. Because really what we need to do, guys, is we need to break the trend or the pattern of this authoritarian power tripping psyche that where men think that they can rule over other men, and that's somehow moral and should be glorified and congratulated and applauded in our day. It's not. It's not. What we need to do is we need to grow up and we need to realize, hey, nobody has a higher claim over the life and property of us or other people. It's never right to initiate unjust force and violence on peaceful people who haven't done anything wrong, and live by the golden rule. Do to others what you'd want done to you. If you do that, you eradicate Congress. You eradicate Washington's district of criminals. You eradicate all this criminal activity. If anybody steps over that line of those three criteria that all normal, moral people can agree on, we can actually make some serious advances in technology, in livelihood, in living, in currency. We'd have a sound money system. Think about that. What the heck would happen to our world if we truly did become a beacon on the hill, like that sun that's shining through that little window right there on this looping graphic? But imagine if we were really a light that shined on a hill. We had a sound money system. We didn't penalize our people, but we actually encourage them to do good things, to, have a family, to stay with your family, to be faithful, to be loyal, to be a good member of society who's looking out for other people and truly throwing down real criminal activity, which is what politics is. It is nothing more than the clever and deceptive art of using euphemisms, lies, emotionalism, and fear-mongering in order to dupe average people into accepting and even demanding the chains of their own enslavement. But it's even more than that. It's even more sinister than that. That's just basically picking up the initial layer of the darkness of the covers and all the nasty stuff that lays beneath. So guys, I really appreciate you hanging out with me. I will see you guys in the next live stream. Have a good one. Remember, if you desire to be ignorant and free, you desire what never was and what never shall be. Live free or die. Take care.